the relationship of the stairs to the wall? You were in front row?
The second one down from the back, so this row here.
Now, when you arrived, we talked about the lighting conditions and what you could see. No problems going up the stairs?
No.
Okay. Let me show you photo 8 and poster board 9, JPEG 206444. Now, we got the general area for the seating. We have you going up the aisles, up the stairs. Now we need to get down an aisle, all right? So do you recognize Stacy exhibit number 9, the photo board that's up in front of you?
I do, yes.
All right. Orientate us so we know where the wall for the center bistro is.
Here,
All right. And you were in what row from there?
not the first one, but the second one down here.
Now, from this photograph, do you recognize an item that is depicted in the photograph, the item that you use when you eat popcorn?
I do, yes.
All right. What do you use when you eat popcorn?
I always grab napkins, a big handful of napkins.
All right. And do you see that in the photograph?
Yes.
All right. And would you go ahead and show that to the jury, please?
Be right by a big drink.
All right. Now, would you have that on your left side or your right side?
I'll be on the left side.
Okay. And that was your seat.
That was my seat, yes.
Right. Next to you, either to your right or your left, which side did your husband sit on?
To my right.
All right. Did he have a drink?
We shared a drink, yes.
All right. And do you see a cup in that general facility that represents that drink?
And that's right here, green with the blue logo.
And that's where Chad is seated.
Yes, to the right of that.
Let me show you Stacy's exhibit 11 and 12. Let's use number 12. All right, so general stairs, got you down the aisle. You mentioned to us in the last exhibit that there was a tissue. Do you see the same tissue?
Yes, right here, and the cup holder.
Okay. And the cup that you mentioned?
Yes, to my right.
All right. Which seat were you in?
This one right here.
All right, is that where Chad was?
No, this was where I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's where you
Chad
were.
was here.
All right, very good. Now, do you see an iPhone depicted in the picture?
I do, yes.
Do you recognize that iPhone?
Looks familiar, yes.
All right, do you
They all look
believe?
the same, but yes.
All right. Based on the events that evening, do you believe that to be Chad's cell phone?
I do, yes.
Okay. Is that the cell phone that he was using and not only at Wiregrass, but after you first came in?
Yes.
And the popcorn bag on the floor here, was that yours?
That was, yes. Me and Chad shared it, and I had set it down at my feet when we were done.
Okay, very good. Now I'm going to pour it back, and then you may take your seat, and I'll put everything away. We got an idea of where you were in the theater. You told us about Chad's interaction with the gentleman in front. At the time that your husband Chad was interacting with the gentleman in front of him, to your knowledge, was anyone seated behind you?
Not that I know of.
Time passes a little bit. Does Chad leave the theater for some reason?
He decides to go get some Twizzlers, so yes, he does.
Some what?
Twizzlers.
You got to lean a little bit forward. That is
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers. Okay. All right. About how long is he gone?
A few minutes, 5 minutes or less, I estimate.
He eventually returns?
He does, yes.
While he is gone, to your knowledge, does anyone come in and sit behind you?
Not that I am aware of.
Okay. He comes back with the Twizzlers?
Yes.
Whatever they are?
Yes.
Okay. Sits in the same seat?
Yes.
Let's talk about the cell phone. Once he comes back from the concession and has his replenished his snack supply, does he begin to use the phone again?
At some point, yes.
Yeah. Is he making calls on the phone and talking to someone on the phone?
No, no noise.
You know, you've seen your husband use the phone for, I'll call it entertainment purposes or whatever. We know we can scroll on it. When he does that, is it normally in his left or right hand, and how does he normally do it?
Well, he's right-handed, so he would hold it in his left and type or scroll with his right hand.
All right. And is that what you saw him doing?
Yes.
Do you know what he was looking at?
Other than the football meme, I couldn't tell you what else he was doing now.
All right. I want to take you to the time that all the commercials are off and we start previews. Okay, that time change. When before the previews begin, do you know if anyone came in behind and sat down behind you?
I don't recall what time. I did not notice.
Okay. After the preview started, were you aware of anyone sitting behind you?
At some point, yes.
Okay. Talk about the previews a little bit. We've gone from when you first arrived and all the commercial stuff to the previews. Did the lighting condition change at all?
The question in this case becomes, was the victim in this case the initial aggressor? That would be Chad in the movie theater. And if so, was the defendant's deadly force both reasonable and justified? That's the defense's position, but you're hearing testimony from the state. They have to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt that this was second-degree murder. You won't miss a thing. We'll take you back right where we're leaving off on the other side of the break at the top of the hour. We'll be right back here on Court TV, your front row seat to justice.